Hello, this is Sandra Brown of Happiness Past 60. Sunday afternoon, and I thought maybe I'd just do a little chit chat with you. I'm out on the back porch, and Mr. Bill and I, we went to church, and then we decided to come home and just cook breakfast ourselves. And I'm a very fast cook, so I was really running around in that kitchen. We had some red potatoes that we kind of wanted to get rid of, you know, how they start growing eyes. And and I have a mandolin that I purchased, and I will put it in the description, put a listing for it. But I really like it. And he likes doing it too. Mr. Bill likes slicing the potatoes on there. It has a thing that holds them down, then you just stick it into the potato, then whoosh, 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 makes them all uniform and makes it easy to have fried potatoes. So we had that, and in the potatoes, I always cut up some green peppers and a little bit of onion, and I fried it in, make sure the grease is hot first, or they'll absorb all the grease. But I used grapeseed oil, and I really like that. It doesn't have, it just has a good non-flavor almost. I would say it's almost, it tastes the same as when you would be using corn oil. But I started to use, I used some olive oil the other day, and it started getting a kind of a bad, I don't know, rancid taste. And it doesn't seem like it was that old. But olive oil can't take a high heat, so I don't know why I said all that. But we had the potatoes, and then fried some bacon, toast, sliced tomatoes from the garden. The last, we keep saying the last, but then we keep getting some more. Now it's just going to be grape tomatoes this time of year. And I had 3 egg yolks left from yesterday, where I made a cake that I'm going to give you the recipe for. In fact, I start doing, the first time I ever did, where you take pictures as you go when you're baking something, and then you do a voiceover. So I don't know how professional it's going to be, but I did it. And I will be listing it possibly this evening or tomorrow. But I made a Jell-O poke cake. So I don't know why I told you that. Oh yeah, because I had the eggs left. So the Jell-O poke cake calls for a white cake mix. And you use the whites of the eggs. So I had the yolks left, 3 yolks. I didn't want to waste them. So for breakfast, I added 2 eggs to that. And then because there was no whites for the other eggs, I added some half and half. Salt and pepper. Cut up some of the little red snack peppers that we grew on the porch. And some shredded cheese for the eggs. And let's see, what else did I do? Okay. I know, probably forget something. But anyways, it was a really good breakfast. Really good. And orange juice, coffee. But of course we had the mess that you don't have to clean up if you go out and eat. But it was my idea to come home and eat, because I like to cook, and I don't like to spend the money at the restaurants. All right, so that was today. Let's see. I was just trying to think. I'm just wanting to chit chat with you what I've been doing. I'm this coming week, I'm going to start writing down what we do so that I can remember, because I'm just thinking, I forget what I even did yesterday sometimes. Okay, so Monday, we had a man come out to clean our fireplace out, because it hasn't been cleaned out since we moved here. And the lady who lived here, I've never even met her, but I understand that she wasn't even using the fireplace. I don't know. But we, last winter, used it a lot. But it started going out on us. I believe that's what it was. Like the flame would just quit. And I had that in the fireplace I had before. So we had somebody come out and look at it, and, you know, he said that it needs to be cleaned out and that we needed new logs. Now, this was a while back. So we had them come out again, someone else, and he looked at it, and he said, see, we have propane heat here. And he said that the logs that are in there, the, what is it, like the motor or something in there, it is for gas instead of propane. And that we had the wrong kind of burners in there. And then he started telling us, you know, this could have killed you guys. And he started to tell us a story about that, and then we got off on something else. So if I ever see him, I'm going to have to ask him what happened. But, oh, he didn't die. Here it goes again, right? So it ended up, we're going to have to get new logs, and he told us 2 places we could go. I think one was Lowe's, or we could go to Hearth and Home. So it ended up with him taking all the gas logs out and cleaning it out from the roof and then also from inside the house. That was $350. And we haven't bought the new logs yet. So the same day we went to Lowe's, and nobody seemed to even know where the gas logs are at. And we finally found them, and they're in a box way up on the top shelf, nothing open on display, and there's no one there who can install the logs. And I want them installed properly. And we just forget it. So we left there and we went to Hearth and Home. And they had 4 different logs on display where you could turn them on. And like 3, only one was working. It took them a while to get that going, but finally we did. And they did give us some literature to take home. And we decided on which one we want. But it's going to end up probably about, with installation, probably about $1,500. Well, it does. It has a remote, another remote, Mr. Bill said. We'll probably be sleepy and trying to turn the TV off at night. We turn the logs off. I don't know. But anyways, that we've made a decision on which one we want. And we need to do that soon. Let's see what else we did. So, Tuesday, Mr. Bill, as usual, went to men's Bible study. And when he goes to men's Bible study, I usually do a YouTube video. And but I didn't do that. But I talked to Mrs. Peach of Thrifty Living. She has a YouTube video. She's such a nice lady, nice Christian woman. And if you're just trying to live thrifty like she is, she'd be good to watch. And we just had such a nice time. The time just flew. I'm thinking, now, Mrs. Peach, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we were on the phone for maybe 2 hours. And the time just flew by. But she's a rather recent widow, and she's just taking it so well because she knows where her husband's at. Wow, she's just a peach of a woman, right? But turn into her if you can. I mean, that would be really good, and that would help her out. Okay, let's see what else. Tuesday, Bill went to men's Bible study. Oh, I said that one. Okay, sorry. Wednesday, Bill went golfing, and it poured down rain. It started out beautiful, poured down rain, but he went out to do the last shot in the rain, and he got a birdie. So he was happy. He came home exhilarated, wet, and happy. And I was so glad for him. And while he was gone, I did my roots. See? Actually, you can't even tell when my hair is grown in hardly unless I sit out in the sun and show you. But I can get away with it for a long time without coloring. And people have asked me about what color I use. I will put that on. It's a natural blonde, and I do it myself. And actually, I only do my roots. I don't even pull it through the last 5 minutes, you know, the color through the last 5. I just do the roots, and then I add water to it and let it shampoo itself and rinse it out. That's it. I don't do nothing else. It's really, really rather simple. It is. But I do have, and I should put a listing on that too. I have this mirror I absolutely love. It hooks on the back of my bathroom door. Now, it's according to where your mirror is in your bathroom, where you can hook it. But I hook it on the back of my bathroom door, and I can see the back of my hair when I'm using a curling iron. I can see the sides of my hair. And then when I do my roots, I can see good. Love that thing. And it's adjustable for height. The mirrors fold out on the side, so it's adjustable so you can see everything. I think you really like that. In fact, one of my granddaughters was here, and she goes, I love this mirror, so she ordered one. All right, so that was Wednesday. Thursday, I went to ladies' breakfast. Then, and that was nice. I'm starting to really get to know the ladies, really get to know them. And I need that. They're younger than me. I think most of them all are in their 60s. One of the ladies, I don't know how she is, but I think they're all like their 60s. Then after that, I came home. I don't remember what I did, but then I went and got my nails done. I didn't tell you guys, but the last time I got my nails done, I was so embarrassed. I don't know, he was doing something to my fingernail, and I don't know if he was clipping my nails or, oh no, filing or something. But boy, it stung or hurt, I don't remember. And I jerked and I knocked the whole, you know, that big panel that is between you and him. It's a big panel. And I knocked the whole thing on the floor. So I guess I wasn't the first one who's done it. But anyways, it was a little embarrassing. But he took me back again anyhow. And while I was gone, Mr. Bill vacuumed the whole house. The vacuum we have is kind of hard to push around. It kind of is. But I'm only saying that because the one I had before was self-propelled, and this one's not. But wow, does it pick up. I mean, every time we use it, it's just, we're like, we can't wait to empty it because it's so amazing. You see all the stuff that comes out of there. I mean, there's no children here, and we're not really eating in the house. I just don't know. Well, of course, we have Millie, but she doesn't shed that much. We got her hair cut. Of course, I shed too, but still, it's just, I don't know. Amazing. I should look that up and even put a link for that. That would be good. All right, so, all right, now that, oh, and then right now, we're thinking about a trip to Gatlinburg. And if any of you have went there, let me know. And if you know of good places to eat or things that we could see, let me know about that. My sister's going to be coming up toward the ends of this month, and my brother-in-law, and Debbie and Tim. And so I'd like some ideas about where to go. I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, we have not had what you call just a fun trip to do something. Just a fun trip like this since we've been married. So I'm really looking forward to it. Friday, let's see. Friday, Bill worked on his book. It's a historic fiction he's working on. He's working simultaneously with that and I think another book about me called The Brown-Eyed Girl. I don't know what it's about, but anyways, he's been working on that. And so I think Friday, I can't remember what I did. I know I walked, took the dog and took a nice long walk. And I worked on comments on YouTube, where you had made comments and I answered back. And cleaned out my closet shelves. I got some big shelves in there and all these, you know, the books, photograph books and all kind of stuff, and cleaned all that out. And Saturday, which was yesterday, we went to a potluck dinner. I'm looking at my time. I don't want to be boring you. We went to a potluck dinner with new friends again. And it was just, we shared stories. And they just put on a new porch. Big old windows. And you know, I didn't even think those were screens. But those screens they have now are so fine and tiny. It looked like a window. And then the windows are real tall, like big. It's almost all windows, and there's just little strips in between. Very, very nice. And they're just so happy with it. And they had one of those little fireplace pits in the middle of it. So we sat out there. We ate. I bought that Jell-O poke cake that I'm going to give the recipe for. And we ate out on the back porch and shared stories. They asked how Bill and I met, and different ones start sharing things like this. And one of the ladies that was there was by herself and almost in the process of going through a divorce, and it caused her to weep. And we felt bad about that. But in a way, it was good because all of us who had shared our stories had rough beginnings too. We all had marriages that were bad or ended in death or whatever. But how we all came out of it, how God worked it out, and we have someone else. So, you know, that's what we were hoping to share with her too. Okay, so then we came home, and in the mail, I found a letter from my friend Sharon Tapper. Hi, Sharon. Sharon and I were friends for 20 years. And out in the country, she had 10 acres and we had 10 acres. And her and I gardened and shared our gardens back and forth. And she would give me starts from her garden. And now she's in Florida, in a beautiful home in Florida. Her husband had a really bad term with his health, and he's doing so much better now. I was so glad to hear that. But in her letter, I guess she noticed that I had lost quite a few followers because I had put a video up about healing. And I don't know, sometimes people don't like it, but I know the Lord wants me to do it, and I'm doing it. It's not about how many followers I have, although I hated seeing that, but she just was self-supportive in her letter. And how many of you write letters still? I don't write letters. I don't have a good handwriting. Sharon has a beautiful handwriting. I just don't have a good handwriting. But it was just so nice to sit down and read a letter. And that's just so sweet to get that, because you just don't get letters anymore. I'm trying to think. I think she's the only one who writes me letters. But I think she enjoys that, to sit down and write letters. I think she does. All right, so let's see. Oh, I got to tell you about, you know, when we went for the potluck. Well, the dog is named Gypsy, and she's a part lab, part poodle. Labradoodle, yeah. So she was telling the story about, I think she already had 2 dogs. Now the dog, I don't know how old she is now. It's female, maybe 10, 11 or older, maybe, I don't know. But I just liked her right away. She was big and black and soft and friendly, and brought me a toy right away. And she'd start telling us about how she got the dog. She already had 2 dogs, I believe she said. We're new friends, so I know that much about her. But Jan, I know, has something to do with horses, and she's an editor of a horse magazine. Just beautiful magazine. I looked at it I mean, it is just loaded with stuff. That was a great magazine. And she said that I don't know where she was at, but somebody was talking about that she has this Labradoodle and that she wants to get rid of it. Do I know anybody? Did she know anybody who might want it? It's 2 years old, just can't handle it anymore or something. I don't know. And she goes, no, yeah, okay, I don't know anybody right now. And she goes, and then all of a sudden she found herself saying, I'll take it. And so I guess she went there, and Jan, if I'm messing the story up, I'm sorry. But she went there to look at the dog, and the lady rushed her, I know that. And the dog had no leash on it, just a collar, and the lady just grabbed it by the collar and the dog is growling and just threw the dog into Jan's back seat. And she said it was just like this big rush thing, and she goes, this is the worst dog I've ever had, or something like this. Horrible dog. This dog is horrible. And like Jan's like, and she ended up, she said the dog is sitting in the back seat growling. And she said, I just started driving home with it. And I'm surprised she took it, bless her heart. And she says, I'm driving home with this dog. And I'm talking to it. She says, I'm talking to it. Like, okay, now you're going to go to a really nice home and we're going to take good care of you. And I have, 2 dogs at home and you'll have a fenced-in yard. And she says, and I just talked to it all the way home. So when she got home, somehow her dogs are in this fenced-in yard, I believe she said, and she's got the dog into the yard with her dogs, and the dog has been fine ever since then. It's a wonderful dog. But only problem she had was the dog didn't growl anymore, except if it seen somebody with a baseball cap on. And I believe the people that she got it from, their son had a baseball cap. I don't know if he was mean to the dog or what, but he always wore a baseball cap. And so that's the best she guess what's going on. So she would take the dog to the dog park, and it was just fine until it seen somebody coming with a baseball cap on. So she kept all these little treats. And she says they were real little and they didn't have a lot of calories. And so you could give them a lot of them. But every time they see somebody with a baseball cap, she would give the dog a treat. And so, Gypsy, yeah. And so Gypsy got where she, I think she connected with, oh, a guy with a baseball cap, I get a treat, And then after a while, she didn't have to give her a treat. And she just got over it. So, Jan's a smart lady. And Gypsy was just a sweetheart. I mean, very sweet and friendly. I don't know why I told you that, but I just thought it was sweet. Okay, I've been on here 23 minutes. I got to finish it up. All right, other question. Have you ordered from Temu? Somebody was asking me this. One of you, I think one of my followers here, they asked me if I ordered from Temu, and I had just got ripped off by it's not Bed Bath & Beyond, but they made themselves look like they were Bed Bath & Beyond. And I knew Bed Bath & Beyond was going out of business. And I got an email, they were going out of business, and they had such great deals of things they were selling. And it crossed my mind, is this legit? When something looks too good and all this. I ended up and found out I got ripped off for at least $40. I've never had that happen as far as like buying something. So it made me very leery, and then this Temu thing came up, but I still was undecided about doing it, but everything is so cheap. The problem is it comes from China. But let's listen what my question is to you. First of all, have any of you ever ordered from Temu? Now, Mrs. Peach that I had mentioned to you, I happened to see that one of her videos, she was talking about an order from Temu. And I go, oh, I got to watch this. And, I mean, I don't know, some of the stuff wouldn't be maybe the greatest quality, but she seemed to be happy with it. There was nothing really wrong. She did get the order. It did come on time. It takes longer than Amazon, but if it's late, they give you a $5 credit, even if it's 1 day late. So finally, after I talked to her, I went ahead and put an order in. And oh my goodness, you get a lot of stuff for your money. But I think I spent close to $50, and the shipping was free. But someone else on another channel was talking. And she said that she was discussing this about should you buy from China. But you know what? If you go to Walmart, places like this, that's where they do. Only they charge us. They're making money on us. When you go to Walmart, they make money on us. But they're buying from China. So actually with Temu, you're just buying straight from, actually you're like buying at a wholesale price. So tomorrow I'm supposed to get my order, and they really have a tracking number for you. And when you go there, it has a place to look about your orders and when it's coming in. But the only thing is they'll keep in your email, if you give them your email, they continually are sending you offers, but they're good offers. But don't give me your phone number because it'll go on your text. You don't want that. So maybe I'll make a little video when I get that package and show you what I bought. So thanks, Mrs. Peach. I wouldn't have made the order at all if it wasn't for you. All right, a little bit more. Oh my goodness, this is the longest one. Okay, we do not have cable, Mr. Bill and I don't. We have Roku. Now, I didn't have cable when I married him, but he still had cable, but we decided to get rid of that. So, and I love having just Roku. The thing I missed, though, was the PBS stations, but it's $11 a year. And I have a PBS app now on my phone, and it's what they call casting it. Probably a lot of you are familiar with that. But I can pull it up on my phone and then cast it to my television. And so we've been doing that every night. We start watching All Things Great and Small, and then we ran out of that, and we thought, oh, you kind of missed them. Oh, Doc Martin. We watched all of Doc Martin. Of course, I'd seen most of those, but Mr. Bill had. Now we've been watching, and of course, Mr. Bill, one of his things is he's a retired police officer, so he likes watching this one. It's Inspector Lewis, and we have one more tonight, and we're gonna be done with that. So, but there's a lot more to watch, and I see All Things Great Small has got some new ones out now, so we'll start on that one. Is there anything else? I think that's it, guys. Boy, this is a long one. I hope I didn't bore you, but I was bless all of you. God bless all of you with peace and joy in your life. And may all your problems, Lord, just work out all their problems. Work them all out for them. And if their bodies need healing, Lord, heal their bodies. And if there's situations with their family where they're not getting along, Lord, bring peace to that. Let that all straighten out. If they're being sued, I pray that it will be in their favor. If they have decisions to make about moving, give them wisdom and knowledge and bring them the right place to move to or make the right decision. Any decision they have to make, Lord, just help them, give them wisdom and knowledge. Open the doors for them. Close the doors where you don't want them to go through. Well, God bless all of you. Oh, if I don't stop, it's going to be 30 minutes. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Love to all of you.